Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. Now, is my sound at the right level? Yes, it is. Did I launch everything that I was supposed to? No, I haven't. God damn it, me! Getting my own stream things. I ended up getting too in-depth into talking with other people about, like, game development of all things. I haven't been feeling too good about myself lately, so I will likely be doing a couple of small projects to just lift my own spirits up. But that is how people do. Oh yeah, I'm at the wrong place. Yeah, I just really want to report judgment thoughts and stuff, because that's gonna give us some money. Should have probably done that before the stream started, but I literally just spent like 15 minutes talking about game dev on Green Man Gaming. Because surprise, surprise, for some reason, a lot of people ain't feeling very good about themselves. A lot. A lot of people have no life satisfaction. And a lot of people cope about it very, very differently. Let me gesture at you as you gesture back. Okay, I think we're done gesturing now. Boop, boop. Okay, so where were we? Drybone. We need to speak to that person outside of Alitali and see how Roban is doing. I wonder, will we take Roban to Ulda, or would we take Roban to Foundation? And just go, here's an armless guy, I hope he serves you well! Goodbye! And you just kind of run away and they're like, wait, what? Armless guy? How is that even a thing? I'm kind of glad that I turned off mount music for now. Mostly because I really miss zone themes normally. Pop. Hello! I also have this fun thing. Apple, cucumber, and lime drink. It actually tastes pretty good, but it smells only of cucumber and it really throws me off. The general is safe. What news without? My lady, the guards have been subdued as per your command. We have since kept watch over the entrance. There has been no further activity. Then Ilbert and his minions have fled via some other egress. Scour the perimeter for signs of their passing. At once, my lady. General Alden, I presume, and Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Oh, I like that my thing glows, like, it makes me look so cool during cutscenes. Who are you? Identify yourself. Pray do not be alarmed. My mistress is a friend, and I come bearing a message of goodwill. For your own safety, she bade me direct your steps to the Waking Sands. Know that Master Eorzea awaits you there, along with others sympathetic to your cause. There is no ruse, I assure you, General Alden. If you will continue with me, I have prepared a carriage that you may travel in comfort, safe for prying eyes. I have spoken with Eorzea Wellingperm. He confirms the man's story. Raban is in safe hands. Let us make our own way to Western Bay. Okay, so... we're not transporting Raban to Foundation then. Oh, but that would have been such a fun thing to do. Somebody's looking for voice actors. I said that I could always voice some derp female characters for free. Guaranteed D level of quality.
My dearest friends,
ooh, you speak.
Praise be unto the 12 for delivering you from the clutches of treachery.
Father!
Oh, Father!
Pippin, my son, and Master Papashan besides.
Oh!
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side.
You would be dead.
Save your tears. The Sultana yet lives.
You.
It was I who arranged this gathering. And judging by your perplexed expressions, it would seem introductions are in order. I am Dulala, head of the Order of Noldthal, and member of the Syndicate.
What you said about the Sultana, is it true? Is she alive?
Young lady, I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed. Would I be correct in assuming that you did not personally verify Her Grace's vital signs?
I look like a young lady. What a compliment.
Answer.
Let me just tap this. Okay, back to this.
General, and let me finish. The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims of a most ingenious ruse. A ruse conceived to eliminate the threat posed by Teleji Adeleji.
Wait a minute, is it the threat of the little midget that Roban killed?
'Tis my belief that Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own ends. He sought to manipulate you into eliminating Teleji for him, and you duly obliged. At one fell swoop, he removed his two foremost rivals, all the while remaining above suspicion.
God strike me down for a fool. But the Sultana, how can it be that she lives?
It's not poison!
She lives because Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before it could reach her mistress's lips.
So she's just in a coma.
Manner of sedative, perchance, of a potency sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
Were I to guess, I would say her grace is being held somewhere, dreaming dreams of a brighter Uldar, even as we speak.
People are now, how it is. Yeah, speaking about voice acting opportunities in Green Man Gaming, and everybody's all like, as long as I'm credited, I am fine, but if you make 1 million, I want 4,000.
I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
Though Lolorito's hands are far from clean, they did pluck her grace from the jaws of death. That must count for something. And though one may call the man's methods into question, it cannot be denied that he knows the value of stability, to the very gill, like as not. He craves power, 'tis true, but he has no desire to depose the Sultana. I had never taken sides in your feud with the monetarists, but it was not for want of concern for our nation's welfare. Indeed, 'twas out of the desire to see order restored that I furnished your Far Eastern friends with information, and arranged this gathering.
Ah, she's not an evil, just a cunning Lalafell.
I hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance. Lest you forget Her Grace's words, the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. As for the more worldly kind of wealth, I am content to let Lolorito help himself to whatever Teleji Adeleji left behind. You, meanwhile, must do that which you alone can do. Rescue Her Grace and take your place at her side once more, for her sake and that of our nation.
So, do you have plans on waking her up? See, I did tell you at the end cutscene that not everybody dies. I had not counted on Prioress Dwala herself appearing. In my defense, my suspicions regarding the Sultana proved more prescient. Much remains to be done, but in rescuing Roban, we have taken a vital first step towards resolving matters in Ul'dah. We couldn't have done it without you, Magnanimous. Thank you. I don't actually need this, I don't think. Hello, Narba! I might be making a game at some point. Doesn't that sound exciting? For the simple reason of I need to feel better about myself. I also might be voice acting for one. We'll see. For the simple reason of an indie game dev needs free voice lines. Tataru! Yes, General Roban is now in safe hands. What? Another assault? Very well. We shall return at once. Pray notify the Count of our coming. You can join which one? And the voice acting or the game? Oh, okay. I'm thinking of like making a tiny tradey thing. Like Reciteer, but without the dungeon. It would be just haggling with people and then selling it. Well, apparently he's taking everything. He took a Russian lady. So, you know, things. But yeah, it would be just a game about like haggling with NPCs and then selling things at your own store and earning a certain amount of money every week. And it would probably not be very hard to make. The hardest point would be math. Math. It would seem we face another crisis. The Dravanians are preparing to resume their siege of the Holy See. Though I am loath to abandon the Sultana to her fate, we lack the necessary evidence to act upon the Wallace claims. That being the case, I propose we leave Marshal Tarupin and others to investigate and return with all haste to Ishgard. With all haste! Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, we gotta be hasty. Gotta be hasty. Is it weird that cucumber and apple juice is making me dizzy? I think I'm just getting dizzy and not that. That can't be it. It smells so much like cucumber though. It's really weird because it doesn't taste like cucumber that much. It just smells like it. I don't know what Shop Heroes is, but I do know what Pickers is as a game like on Steam. And I really loved Pickers' idea, and I actually replayed it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It was you go to NPCs, you try and haggle for stuff for cheap, and like there's specific categories that people will buy from that day, and then you go back to your place and you try to sell it, and that was like the whole game. Oh god, my cat. There you are. Sorry for cutting your reunion with General Roban short. I wouldn't have bothered you, but city is awash with rumors of another Dravarian attack, and Lord Hoshafant was desperate to get hold of you. Speaking of whom, he and the others are waiting for you inside, so you better head in. I better head in. Hello? Yes, I would like to head in. My friend, I thank you for answering our call with such alacrity. As I am sure you are aware, the Dravanians are once more gathering for war. Mistress Munchicus, Master Levier, I must apologize for this abrupt summons, but we thought it best to give Mistress Tataru contact you by the most direct means available. When the observatorium's bells toll, this is a warning that cannot be ignored. The Holy See has ordered that we make ready for battle. In case you haven't heard, a band of trappers returning from the west claimed they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midnight sky. Nidhogg's minions gather once more for war. But I would not have you take up arms in another of our conflicts. When first you came to Ishgard, I offered you my protection. If I cannot ensure your safety here, I cannot well accept your aid, much less ask for it. Signs of the Seventh Dawn, you're faced with a choice, to remain in a besieged Ishgard or to seek sanctuary elsewhere. I will not presume to influence your decision, but I must ask that you make it swiftly, lest our enemies force your hand. Though we flee to the ends of the world, this would seem that no place in this troubled age is free of strife. Once more the horde descends upon Ishgard, and once more her weary defenders must take up spear and bow. The Count would have us seek shelter from the storm, but I, for one, grow tired of running. If we are to shine the light of dawn, we must do so in sight of our fellow man, not hunkered in a hole. What say you, Magnanimous? Stay and fight? Then fight we shall. Let it never be said that we abandoned our allies in the hour of need. Also, Narb Cookie, our D&D thing, what hour is it? Is it like 3.5 hours like it normally is? Like it normally used to be anyway? The choice we make today may have grave implications for our order. It is only right that that ruse should have a say. Come, let us meet outside and discuss the path that lies before us. I assume that she's like finished with that. I kind of hope that we're happy ending today, honestly.
Endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
But what other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
With certain notable exceptions.
You don't mean Iceheart?
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not?
Azure, make the horde turn around!
Then there remains a sliver of hope. If we can persuade Iceheart to act as our intermediary, we may yet be able to convince Nidhogg to abandon his bloody course.
If there is to be a meeting, I would accompany you.
Oh god.
Estinian.
Dragon Hunter! Meet the Dragon Lady! That sounds like a bad idea.
Nidhogg's blood rage may render him deaf to reason. However, the mere attempt may afford our forces precious time to prepare. Of course, you might also consider a more direct approach to ending this conflict. With the power of the Eye at my disposal, and the vaunted strength of the Warrior of Light, we could conceivably slay the beast outright.
Diplomacy first, Estinian, everything else later.
Face meeting with the Dread Worm, I for one would feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon. However, I should only turn to your lance if my words failed to find their mark. Is that clear?
Perfectly. I shall assume that Iceheart enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise. A word of advice. Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emmerich. 'Twould not do to have the Lord Commander accused of consorting with heretics.
We can get accused of consorting with heretics in his stead.
I thank you for your counsel, Estinian. We shall be honored to have you with us.
Yay!
This.
We have chosen a difficult road, yet even should we succeed in winning Iceheart to our cause, our plans for parley will swiftly come to naught should the Holy See decide to strike first against the Horde. We must petition the Lord Commander's aid ere we set forth. I only hope that Sir Emmerich will be willing to muzzle Ishgard's forces on the strength of our vague assurances. Tataru, I would ask that you remain at Fort Thames Manor and informed account of your decision. Tell him that Scions of the Seventh Dawn mean to do all in their power to ensure that Ishgard and her people survive. Don't pay money for those! Pirate them! Yeah, Vizzle's ordering us, like, takeaway, so I think he's fully prepared to, like, play something today. And we only have, like, 2 nights until I'm back for Lithuania for, like, a night, so we're gonna be skipping a bit anyway, so it would be nice if we could just play today. Yes, sir! Oh, he can't afford it right now. At least I don't think that he can. Because it's not end of the month yet. That's another thing. I should generate some income. I am getting confused. Where do I cross into the other level? Not here! I think down through there. I think our American friend is asleep. And I swear it's daytime for them right now. Oh, bad, sleepy American friend. I don't have the best sleepy habits right now. I wake up at like 9:30. Would want that to be earlier. Sometimes Fizzle yells at me for that not being early enough because I not able to do something that he needs done very early morning. I would like in, and I would like to say that we're going on a super secret mission with Estinian.
I want the defenses of the outer ward rechecked. See to it that the ballistas are in good repair and supplied with enough ammunition for a prolonged siege.
At once, my lord.
Ah, 'twould seem I have visitors, and unlike those massing beyond our walls, these ones are welcome.
Yay! I am welcome.
Forgive us for interrupting you in the midst of your preparations, Sir Emmerich, but our suit concerns the impending assault. To speak plain, we believe there is a chance the invasion might be halted before it even begins.
We're going to speak with the dragon.
I can divulge little more at this time, but I must nevertheless request that you advise the Holy See to refrain from launching any preemptive sorties whilst we seek to put our plans in motion.
I will gladly lend my support to any endeavor that could spare the blood of my countrymen, but I would know more of the cause you would have me champion. Will you not share aught of this mysterious undertaking?
We're taking Estinian with us.
Know that I have offered my lance to aid in this endeavor. I cannot claim that its success is assured, but our actions should serve to delay Nidhogg's advance at the very least.
It's super secret.
Which is more than can be said for the ill-conceived counterattack advocated by the sea's more vocal crusaders. They offer glorious death, but little hope of victory.
Aye, their proposal does not inspire confidence. Our resources should rightly be spent shoring up the city's defenses. The Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light sallying forth together to face the dread worm Nidhogg. I must admit, the mere thought of it does much to dispel my misgivings. Go then. Carry out your plan. I shall do what I can for you within the Holy See.
I really like his gloves. I think his outfit is actually available on Mog Station, but I'm just gonna say I really like his gloves. Like so skin tight. Fitting. Having secured Sir Emmerich's support, we may proceed without fear of a preemptive Ishgardian attack, which is not to say we can afford to deter. History tells us that Ravanians will attack as soon as their horde reaches a critical size. Before that happens, we must needs track down and win over the Lady Iceheart, and then locate and parley with Nidhogg. In short, time is against us. If you're ready, Estinian, let us be about our task. Consorting with heretics, woo! Consorting with heretics, woo!
Such commotion.
Yes, Your Eminence. The bells of the Observatorium warn of our enemy's approach.
So, the dragons are coming.
The dragons are coming!
Let them come. In their hundreds and their thousands. With the divine blade in our hands, we shall rend their flesh and drown the heretics in their master's blood. Even Nidhogg and his foul brood shall be powerless to resist us.
Just so you know, they can like live for forever and you cannot, so like... You can just wait for your strongest warriors to kind of die off a little, and then he can just like... go whoosh on the town, and fire it rains.
And when we have rid the world of their pestilence, we shall turn our attention to our Asian allies. See that they are suitably rewarded for their invaluable assistance.
If I may, Your Eminence, the Paragons wield powers strange and unknowable. Can we be certain that they will not see through our deception?
We can be certain of naught save the righteousness of our cause. If you would be a true leader of men, you must possess that has blighted us for 1,000 years. The risk is worth the reward.
And what of Estinian and this Warrior of Light? They have plans of their own.
Leave them to their purpose. We must each play the role we have been given. You and your chosen brothers most of all.
For the glory of King Thordan.
Yay! The Knights of the 12 are magic! Before we set forth, we must needs inform Tataru of our plans. Then I shall await you at St. Raineti's Forum. Tell your friend we may have be some time. The road you have chosen is neither short nor easy. Oh, that I need no reminding. Come, Magnanimous, let us head back to Fortem's Manor. Yeah, you do want me to be at the Fortem's Manor, okay. Vigil. Oh, there's a paper now. Our course is set, Tataru. It may be some time before Magnanimous and I return to Ishgard. Well, just you be careful, alright? Oh, and don't worry about me. I'll be busy listening out for news of our lost friends. If anyone can find them, it is you, Tataru. Farewell for now. Oh, before you go, you must put this on now, Pinot. I made it specially. No, I couldn't possibly. Very well. By the 12, it fits perfectly and the quality is actually rather good. I'm glad you like it. I've been practicing my needlework while I listen to rumors and the like. A good receptionist is always learning new skills. My thanks, Tataru. Whatever else awaits me upon the road, I shall not fear the cold. What's the least I could do? Now I must be getting back to the tavern or I'll never catch up with all the gossip. Best of luck on your journey. Oh, we have to tell Estinian that we're going too? Okay. Lots of telling people that we're going. Steel manufactory. You have said your farewells, then? Aye, we are ready to depart. I suggest we begin our search for Lady Iceheart without delay. Very well, but she will prove an elusive quarry. Where do you intend to start looking? In the absence of any fresh intelligence on Michelle's movements, I propose we pick up the trail where she has encountered last, the Coerthas Western Highlands. Let us speak with Sir Redwood, was it? As the commander of Falcon's Nest, it is like that he will know if any heretic activity has been reported in the area. Okay, heretic activity! Well, well, Mistress Munchicus, what business brings you back to Falcon's Nest? Judging by the company you keep, it can be no trifling matter. The Azure Dragoon I know, of course, but I do not believe I have met this young gentleman. Albino Levier, at your service, and you are not mistaken to the gravity of this mission, Sir Redwold. As I am sure you are aware, the Observatorium has warned the Trevernians gather for another assault. We believe that may yet be a way to avert the coming conflict, but only if we can find an elusive Lady Iceheart. Thus have we come to Falcon's Nest in the hope of acquiring the latest intelligence on the heretics' movements. I see, then you would be best served by speaking directly to my men. A patrol is due to return from the sweep of the surrounding lands at any moment. You may also wish to question the knights assigned to pick over the remains of the heretic refuge at Gorgone Mills. It is possible they have unearthed information that could be of use to you. Mistress Munchicus knows well the place I speak of, for it was she who first discovered it. Let us divide our forces, then. I will stay and wait the return of the patrol while the two of you visit this refuge. When I have completed my inquiries, I will join you there. A wise use of our time. Come, Magnanimous, I am eager to learn what Sir Redwold's men have found in the heretic's lair. Oh, I'm running on foot, something that's fairly far. I shouldn't do that. I should actually use my whale. Ooh, bridge over frozen water. That looks like... Yeah, if I was to say, that looks like one of the quest lines that would unlock one of the flying thingies. We need quite a few of those. Let me show you. Ether currents. No information to display. See, we need quite a few of them. Ah! Ether current! Do you have a moment to talk? A short while ago, one of the workers from House Damael asked me to go and deal with some Mylodons that have been causing trouble. The Black Iron Bridge barely survived the calamity. It is in desperate need of repairs. But the upland Mylodons roam far too close to it. The craftsmen can't work safely. Someone needs to kill them. The Mylodons, that is. Not the craftsmen. I'd asked the Dragoons to do it, but they're so busy it will be weeks before they found the time. I'll do it myself, but there are so many of the beasts that I fear I'd be swarmed and outnumbered. You're a capable woman. Would you be so kind to thin them out somewhat? If you were to kill, say, 3 of them, I think I'll be able to finish the rest of them myself. That is a very small number of things that you want me to kill. I have no objections, but honestly, I could have killed more things for you. Just saying. Where's Northwest? Ah, no, it's like right there. Ah, that was going very far. I didn't even need to use the check for it. Yeah, okay, now we should actually see this thing in the ether current thing. See? So I need to collect 10. And I need to quest 5. And one of them, I believe, is from main story scenario in this place. In... directly north, so directly up. In Azisla, which is the last map of Heavensward, you're forced to collect all of the ether currents through the story for the questing bit, so it's a lot easier, but in here you actually have to do side quests for it. I feel like this is the slowest whale I have ever ridden. It's still moving north. Ah! Could this be the one that we need? It probably is the one that we need. Thank you. No need to be aggroed on me. No need to be angry with me. Oh, also, these currents are very, very annoying in Stormblood maps. Like, there's a few maps that make you run around, like, so much to get to it. You wouldn't believe it. Ah, more north ones. That's the direction we're already traveling in. Nice to know. I need to do some killings here, in particular. I believe that is an ether current. Oh, yes it is. I don't know why, but I just feel like I'm traveling so slow. We are obviously not going to immediately recall back because we have unfinished business in this area. Particularly to do with main quest. There's also a single dungeon in this zone, and I believe it's the only dungeon of Heavensward that you can miss because it's not tied into the main story. Literally every other one tied into the main story. Hello there. Stay a while and listen to my axe. That is the bestest kind of listening. And one more, and then we will proceed our journey that way. I don't see any close by ether currents. I mean, I could be wrong, so just in case. By the way, this thing will only show you the closest one. Still north. It's a wonderful direction, considering that that is where the main quest scenario lies. Also, do you have to get flying? You do not have to get flying. Obviously, nobody asked me this, but maybe some people are thinking. It's just that when you do have flying, these zones are so much faster to traverse, and at some points you might actually need to return to them. Either for your own leisure, for hunts, for gathering, for leveling other jobs, for any number of stuff. And in which case, being not a slug on the floor is very useful. Oh, god damn it. Why would you put it up there? Now we need to go over here and then on this little rooftop. And then around very carefully. And aha, that's an ether current. Why, hello, expedition leader. Mistress Munchicus, our findings, you say? Well, there is something of a tale here. No sooner have we chanced upon a promising-looking sheaf of letters that we were ambushed from the shadows by great white beasts. It would seem that heretics foresaw our coming and left behind their pets to discourage further investigation. Several of our number were badly wounded. And you cannot carry out your duties until the creatures are slain. We have not the time to wait for reinforcements. Let us deal with these pests ourselves, Magnanimous. You mean by me, specifically. Because I'm pretty sure you mean by me specifically. Yeah, you just stare at that. That will be very helpful. Hello, pest extermination. I'm so sorry, but you are being seen as a pest there. I mean, I know you may not like that thing there, but you're a pest. You're a very dead pest now. Pests are dead. The beasts are slain then. My thanks, Mistress Munchicus. We may return to our duty without fear of mauling. Did you return to your duty yet? You wish to track down Lady Iceheart, is that so? The records we discovered ere those beasts mauled my comrades appeared to be some manner of correspondence. So nonchalant about this. Before the beasts mauled my comrades? We have not the luxury of perusing their contents more closely. Intent as we were on surviving an onslaught of fang and claw, I would wager these epistles contain more than friendly salutations betwixt lonely heretics. My interrogation of the patrol proved fruitless. Either we divide some clue from the letters, or we wander these snowfields and pray that the gods lead us right to Iceheart's door. It's hardly a choice at all. Okay, you can go and do the... Oh, you want me to collect the letters? Are any of them outside, by any chance? Or I do not wanna be missing. I think they're all downstairs in that room. But if any of them were like outside on other floors, it would be really a shame to like miss some and then run around. Why would you put it like with hay? Where the animals poop? That doesn't seem like a great place for a letter, does it? Have you recovered much of the heretics' correspondence? I've recovered all of the heretics' correspondence. Splendid! Added to the contributions from Master Lovier and Sir Estinian, we have now more than a dozen letters. What have we here? Every one of these pages is a record of the dealings betwixt the Gorgach Mills heretics and their fellows in Amphitheater. There are requests for foodstuffs, clothing, and all manner of provisions. Iceheart's followers must yet inhabit these ruins we had thought abandoned. Oh, you have it. I'm like, question mark again. The Amphitheater? The very place where you witnessed the manifestation of the primal Shiva, was it not? If that is our destination, the journey will be long indeed. The amphitheater lies on the other side of the treacherous tract of ice and snow that cannot swiftly be crossed. Then we must place our faith in the Ethernet. As you may recall, our dear friend Mombrida succeeded in creating the Ankh beacon after it had been destroyed by Lady Iceheart. At the time, it was assumed that the resultant aetherite would only be temporarily viable, but given that the heretics of Gorgon Mills seem to have been... whoopsie! Doing a thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, Estinian, but in the course of mapping the Snowcloak tunnel system, a passage was discovered leading out into the Western Highlands, was it not? Might it be possible for us to reach the aetherite from this side of the wall? It should. Hauser and Dare posted soldiers at the Western Highlands entrance after the tunnels were cleared, but they will not deny us entry. Ah, that was a lot of reading. I feel like a fat person, I just run out of breath. Though I suppose normal people breathe amidst their sentences. I like to finish my sentence and then have a breathe. Because otherwise you end up with this awkward kind of inhale in the middle of your sentence, and who does that? West, you say? Where's our entry? West as well? Our entry is down there. But there's one in the west. So west first I go. This feels like it's moving faster at the moment because it's not as big. So I'll just casually sit on my carbuncle. Wait for my health to come back. West still. West. We go west. Wonder if there's a way back up there, or will I have to teleport the aetheryte? Might have screwed myself a little bit. Whoop! Whoop. Is it still west? Northwest. No, leave me alone, gelatin. This is not a gelatin party, this is ether current party. And that looks something like it's straight out of Dark Souls. What about now? South, you say? Maybe we'll even find a way back up. That would be highly helpful. Southwest, you say? Okay, maybe no way back up, but southwest it is. Just south. Is it by any chance on that rock? It probably is on that rock, because it isn't... Oh, it's on that rock! That's not as bad to climb. Oh, is that like a new... Yeah, it is a new settlement. I swear that's like the only settlement and we've been to it several times, but I suppose not. South it once again says. Like there's a high density of ether currents in this area. Settlement, help! What about now? West. Oh. Hi, ether current. That wasn't so far away. Hop, hop. Hop, hop. Yeah, we've been in this settlement, but we've been here when... during like an instance fight thing, I think. Or a cutscene. East now. If I didn't know any better, I would say that the placements of these are really weird. We're only lacking 3, and then all of them will come from quests. It is hard to keep east when you think that it isn't straight east, even though that is what your ether current thing is telling you. Ah, but it isn't straight east. For now, we have to go north. Northwest. Oh. Found it! We only have 2 more to find. And then literally all the quests. Northwest! For a very long time. Which is okay with me, for we have not been in Northwest yet. Such a relaxing evening, isn't it? Yay, I'm fit for a vision of a character in another game that I should actually let's play at some point. Oh, that makes me quite happy. West! This way, up a mountain. Ah, the terrain will kill me. God, this is a deadly terrain. It's not that deadly, it's just really hard to like, why would you put a mountain? I mean, I understand you want your game to not be one-dimensional, but the mountains are getting in my way. Did anyone tell the mountains that? But I feel like it's a bit of an important bit of info that should have totally been disclosed to the mountain. Up. Now just up. Ooh, this is like a lake, but it's frozen. I wish that they didn't, because I don't wanna get off the mountain too early if what I'm missing is here. Yeah, you see, if I would have jumped there, I would have taken forever to get back here. Never jump. Never jump. The best way to live your life. I never jump. Oh my god. All the way back that way, but we're just about to uncover this little corner of the map, and then I can teleport back. And we can run from having teleported back for... That is a lot of distance back. So I'm guessing it's about half the map, if not more. That's a Yeti! That is not a Yeti. Whoop. I'm kinda glad that I made it. I could have not made it. Are you done chasing me yet? I mean, I'm over a gap, so you better be done chasing me. Okay, now you're done chasing me. So I can teleport back. I can run all the way to report the quest, and then I can pick up the last aetheryte and go back to doing the main scenario quests. Hooray for me. You already killed 3 of them? Thank Thank you ever so much. You're not injured, are you? Here, please take this. It's your cut of the fee for the work. Incidentally, did you happen to see the farm on the far side of the bridge? Those Mylodons have made it difficult to access that area, and the bridge has been left to fall apart. After we repair the bridge, one day we might be able to rebuild the farm. You mean the one that the heretics are currently using as their hideouts? That farm? You may not want to rebuild the farm just yet. Okay, it's telling me north again, so that is just up. And I was right, it was like half the map away. One more to go. And then 4 questy poos and a main scenario quest. 3 questy poos. 3 questy poos. So it's not even that many questy poos. The question will be, where will the questy poos be hiding? That will be the main question by far. Northeast. Oh my god, I hope you didn't put it on the top of the statue. Really hope you haven't put it at the top of the statue. That would be bad. I don't think you did. Did you? It's still in this direction. Means off this hill. Probably off these hills too. Is it still in this direction? Just east. It should be so close that I should probably see it. Oh! Right on top of an NPC practically. Well, okay. Gonna get this one. Ah, the guests of House Fortums, accompanied by the Azure Dragoon, no less. I cannot imagine what brought you out this far, but you are welcome to enter the tunnels if that is your will. That is indeed my will. Assuming the Ankh beacon still functions, we must pray to the 12 it does. We shall arrive at our destination in mere moments. Though I do not expect to be greeted by the Primal Shiva, we should nevertheless be prepared of a frosty reception. The heretics are not like to rejoice at the appearance of uninvited guests, particularly ones with our history. An impressive structure. I wonder how many ages it has endured. Mayhap you should ask its occupants. They seem a friendly bunch. Dogs of Ishgard! It's not enough that you banish our beloved saint. Will you not be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drops of our blood? Stay your weapons! We come under the flag of parley. We wish only to speak with your mistress, that we might broker a peace. Do you think us fools, boy? It will take more than honeyed words to earn our trust. You walk with the Dragon Slayer, and we know all too well what he is capable of. My reputation precedes me. They give us little choice. Come, brothers! May dragon wings bear us to victory! To victory, home! I honestly do not know the point of attacking us, considering that you know what a Stinian is capable of.
Your guard is down.
Oh, he talks! also thinking about making a game. Now, pray excuse me, Duty, while I answer this. You mean, what game is Fizzle thinking of making? He wants to code a simplistic space game. He is not home yet, by the way. I'm just communicating with him through his phone. Amazing concept, I know. Bones, they exist! Cannot be! Should not come here as guardians. I agree with Estinian. I see they're very keen to transform into giant hitting beasts. Ooh, you is suave, the first line.
Focus. Release!
I'm sorry, I have some not taken care of business. Namely, I have some steel cyclones to spend. There you go. Now you can continue playing with your Drakenians some more. Ah, you killed one, but only one. We have another one. That's kind of an issue. Let me just remove that another one. And then let me come back to you. And I will hit you very hard. And we will all be happy, right? Right. Ah, so if I just wait 28 minutes, considering that my instance expires in 24, it will transform back to its natural shape. Good to know. Though to be fair, if I left myself AFK for 24 minutes, I am not sure he could actually kill me. They fight like demons, till death to remain. Fall back, brothers! Retreat to the cinders! I see no sign of Lady Iceheart. Would that we could have questioned one of them. What would you ask that we do not already know? They make for the cinders, and so must we. Even should an ambush await us, 'tis certain will be more heretics to question. The cinders, you say? I confess the name is unknown to me. Mayhap you would be so good to enlighten us, Estinian. I suspect it is the heretic's way of referring to the Dreaming Dragon, an island of sorts found in the midst of the frozen lake of Ashpool. Some 500 years passed. 'Tis told that the Azure Dragoon of the age fought a dragon of titanic proportions. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened onto the point of death and forced into a magic slumber by the entire chapter of the Holy Sea's sorcerers. Ere long, a rain of ash and cinders did begin to fall upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, covering the creature at length in a shroud of grey. Of course, a thick layer of ice has since formed on top of it, but you may be sure I speak true. A fascinating tale. We should make haste for the Ashen Isle. Make haste! Everybody is always in such a rush. You must make haste everywhere. Make haste there. Make haste back. The Dreaming Dragon lies to the west. Before we approach the Frozen Beast, however, there is another place I would visit first. I'm told that the Convictors have set up camp in Twin Pools. Their leader, Jan Delot, may have information of use to us. Ah, but mayhap you're not too familiar with that name either. The Convictors are dragon slayers, after a fashion, but I'm willing to wager that they encounter their fair share of heretics. If we're indeed walking into a trap, I would learn all there is to know of our foe. A sound suggestion. Let us speak with the Convictors, then, and temper our haste with measure of caution. I forgot, are they at the bottom or at the top? They're at a place, either way. I think it's like halfway up the top, but I think we can reach it from the river at the bottom. I hope anyway, because I'm like running up here. Good, Wolfie. Go away now. We have a frozen lake to traverse. Someone just chose free company in accordance to another person's name. Well, well, what do we have here? Hoping to join the esteemed ranks of the Convictors, are we? The hard-eyed lass looks promising, but you have frail look about you, boy. I give you 3 days ere the wilds claim your corpse. I beg your pardon? Be not so quick to judge. I have seen this frail youth fell heretics with a flick of his wrist. And who are you to question my bind of fury? The armor, that lance, the Azure Dragoon himself graces our camp. Pray forgive my disrespect, sir. I am Jancelot, leader of the Convictors and fellow slayer of dragons. May I ask what winds, fail or foul, carry you into our humble camp? Ah, Lady Iceheart, is it? I know her by reputation, but I'm afraid I've seen naught of her and of her people. That said, my own men can be, somewhat lax when it comes to making reports. You may wish to question them yourselves. Thank you, we shall. Magnanimous Estinian, let us make our way through the camp and see what information there is to be had. poos with that unlucky sign? Cowards, all of you! Have you no shame at all? Oh, I beg your... Wait, are you not Mistress Munchicus? Honored ward of the House Fortums, praise alone, surely you will consider my request. Know you the Dusk Vigil, westernmost of the Citadel watchtowers built to warn of the Horde's approach? It was lost during the calamity, another victim of the snows. Within the ruins lies a priceless treasure, which must needs be reclaimed. I thought to enlist the services of those so-called dragon slayers, but it seems that their courage is not as boundless as they would have you believe. But you, madam, you're not one to shy away from danger, am I right? Very good indeed. There is a sculpture of the Fury within the Dusk Vigil's chapel. A nice roundel is set in helm. I would have you praise it free and deliver to me. The Vigil is not difficult to find. Simply head north towards Banepool until you come at the gates. Knights may bar your passage, but should explain who you are, they will grant you leave to enter. What about you? I remember you. How could I forget? You're the last who was in the Azure Dragoon's company. Since you're here anyway, perhaps you might like to try your hand at spot of hunting before you depart. See for yourself what life is like for us convictors. The Dravanian horde is stronger than what you might expect, unless you've been at it for years, like I have. I think it's prudent to start with something simple and then work your way up the dragons. I suggest rooms. Slay 3 or more, then come back to here. Consider it a warm-up. Surely one of these people will have encountered heretics while out hunting. Pray speak with as many as you can, Magnanimous. No? I just want quest. Looking for heretics, you say? Why don't you go and bother Perquit or someone? I've enough trouble keeping these creeping fops fed and clothed as it is. It's no business of mine what folk do with themselves out there in the wilds. Nay, I know of no heretics. But you honestly expect me to keep track of every Reitnaux, Fueremont, and Bertinant that wanders in and out of our camp? Are those any heretics in the area? I have not the faintest idea why a heretic could pass under my very nose and I should be none the wiser. I hunt dragons, my dear lady, the big ones. Forever do I scan the skies for the skies of my prey. I cannot not for the miserable creatures that creep on the ground. Essentially, their answer was, I do not know what a heretic looks like. Which I would honestly say fair enough to them. I mean, if I never dealt with heretics, they would probably look like regular people to me too. They still do, in fact. How do I climb up there? Oh, I don't precisely need it. Oh, okay. I thought I did, but apparently I can hunt things this way. I honestly think that at some point they brought the quests with the flying forward, because normally they're at the end of quest chains, which is not true for Stormblood. So maybe they fixed Heavensward up too, because there were 2 quests now that just immediately give me a fly thing, and I'm not used to this. This isn't how I done it the first time. Why are all these like so thick to kill? This? They're like literal gelatin cubes, but just with really, really thick skin. Can you come over here, please? Oh away from the other one. We're only killing one of them. Nearly dead now. There we go. Thank you for dying. Oh, the last one over there is a dungeon. We don't need to do it right now. We can do it the next time over. How did you find them? Did they put up much of a fight? Good work, lass. Clear the Azure Dragoon doesn't travel with mere amateurs. It sounds like those realms barely put up enough of a fight to be considered a proper warm-up. You clearly know what you're doing. If you want to try your hand at hunting down some dragons, speak with me again. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they brought that ether current up front. Used to be deep down. Somewhat I can help you with, my lady. Heretics, is it? Well, I've never seen one myself, but that ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. We would be grateful for any information you can share with us. The gods know we gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. If it please my lord, I am Prerequisite, a soldier by trade. Though not much of one, if I'm honest. It weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I took up the spear, you see. No, it was by order of Sir Jancelot's father, so as long as they keep paying my wages, I ain't fussy as to what they have me do. Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of low-born lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. And once they got to thinking how unfair it all is, it doesn't take much for heretics to turn their heads. From what I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. That may explain how Lady Iceheart was able to expand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretics' tripe and asked for seconds, told me that they were off to the Western Highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining their ranks, apparently. Sent up some people with purple smoke, and the bastards come to you. Is that so? Well then, I am minded to start a fire. We're gonna be summoning some heretics! Estinian is so serious about joining you! Oh, could you be the last? Oh, you can be the last ether current. Want to help out, do you? Well, there's plenty that needs doing, and killing besides. I'm sure you noticed the dragons aren't the only thing we have to contend with out here. Take the polar bears, for example. They come here looking for an easy meal, drawn by the smell of the cook fires, and then raid our stores. Think you could thin their numbers a little? Killing 4 or so of them should suffice. You're compensated for your troubles, of course. Yeah, okay, more killing. Ether current! If we're to lure our foes to our position, then we must find the means of producing a signal of purple hue. And so it happens I once heard the tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak onto his campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also described in detail how the smoke from these smothered flames was tinged a deep violet. You are a monster hunter of some note, are you not, magnanimous? It should prove a trifling task for you to proceed a number of hides. We may need to burn more than one ere the heretics notice our beacon. Master Alpinode, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. Aye, it will take both of us to find enough dry fuel to the frozen wasteland. Let us meet again, a dreaming dragon, with the fruits of our labor. Kill things, kill things, kill things in both directions. Just murder everything. That is what we must do. Come here. I almost feel like it might be an idea to have more than one of you at the time. I don't know how far this will go, so I'm just gonna stop it here for now. Oh, Steel Cyclone works really well. So does the bloody damage yourself one. You damage yourself, I damage myself. We're all damaging each other. Whoop whoop. That is 2. I need 2 more. 2 more! Obviously, I have all of my damage reduction abilities no matter what stance I'm in. It's very useful. One, 2, 3. And the polar bear comes with me. God, it's one tanky polar bear. If you want to know a funny thing, people got so used to like insta-killing enemies. And Final Fantasy Realm Reborn, that when Heavensward came out, so many people were just lying dead in these areas. Because they were not used to enemies actually dealing damage back. Just got used to everything being like level 30 as they walk past, so they would just die repeatedly. I only need 2 more, and one of them is gonna be from dungeons, and the other one is from the story quest. And then we're gonna be flying! For the first time ever! Okay, they did stop chasing me, which is good. Oh, Yak feels a lot squishier, I don't know why. Maybe because they're like a main story enemy and not like a side quest enemy, so they get the privilege of being weak. Oh, that sounded like completely opposite. Like, oh, you're so weak, you're so privileged. You got that nice privilege of weakness. Let's just waste a few of these ones. the hill? I think you're on the hill. Hope you're not. So how do you think I'm gonna climb that hill? They're thinking about the visibility of their fire, and they do not think at all about me getting to them. Does it work if I climb through here? I think it does. Good! Can I just... yeah, I can just hop from the side. That is very nice. Very nice. Well, it seemed that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alpino. It must have been a privileged upbringing. Have you hides we need? Alpino's like, wow, so this is how peasants get fire?
Ah, I should have known it would be you.
Oh, hello!
Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent.
Do you want to sit down and have a talk?
Now, tell me why you are here.
We wish to speak with you.
So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion. If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest.
Bloodshed will not do any good.
Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me. That which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress.
Flash it into my mind.
'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elezen tribe first sought to claim the lands of Coerthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Coerthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin. A war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman.
She won the war by hugs.
Was Shiva. While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm, Hraesvelgar, in particular so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster. In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elezen is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy musings plagued Hraesvelgar, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity.
Eat me!
To perform the deed, Hraesvelgar ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound.
I'm hoping that Shadowbringers is as good as Heavensward, because Stormblood was a bit on a side.
In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
I think there's like a complete edition, which is like all of Final Fantasy by now. And it's kind of weird that if you like left a long time ago, then you need to buy 2 expansion packs separately. I hope that they're gonna make a bundle.
Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Good gods!
I have the eye on me! I have all of my eyes on you.
Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the Eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels, and the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgr instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him. Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgr resides.
I wonder, does she use flying mounts, or does she normally travel by foot? I wonder, did everyone else see me very shiny bee? Gonna propose this theory that we're indeed something very unknown because we just established one of the connections by ourselves.
Is autumn miss, my friend?
I'm 1/5 warrior of light again.
I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while, and should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were.
No, I'm re-blessing them myself.
To succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
I have decided it will of course be enough. What I say goes. Apparently if I say light within me ignite, light within me ignites. You are magnanimous, yes? Pray address me as Ysail, if you wish. It is passing strange, is it not? The fate would bring us together thus. Never did I think to walk alongside the warrior of light. But history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way into Dravenia and there? The chill of the western highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo forest. Okay, Dravenia and hinterlands are like literally there. So what we're gonna do first, I am also pretty sure that this is, yeah, this is also in Dravenia and hinterlands. But what I want to do first is I want to go and do the dungeon. That way we can fly fully in this area and then I can end today. A lot of maps in Heavensward are actually very consistent. They're like maps of a few levels rather than a whole level range like they were in Realm Reborn. So we're pretty much gonna be doing story map by map by map. With the exception of the one zone that we entered before. The clouds, I think? The clouds are a bit spread. I don't need to run all the way up this branch in order to get to the dungeon. That is not how this dungeon works. What is this? A ward of House Fortens, which is to enter the Dusk Vigil? You are aware that the ruins are infested with wild beasts and gods only know. Who else? Are you not? Thank you for following me, Godric Green. That was very nice of you. Why, just the other day, one of the convictors claimed to have seen a massive winged beast. Not a dragon, mind, but something altogether different. But far be it from me to deny an esteemed personage the opportunity to kill herself in new and exciting ways. Pray go ahead. Woo, we can go kill ourselves, according to this knight over here. I assure you, we are not gonna kill ourselves. We are gonna clear Dusk Vigil nice and smooth. And now hopefully, we'll get to enter it soon. For I am a tank, so I do not like waiting. I was actually leveling my main character's DPS classes today in the morning, and I was surprised the DPS queues were not that bad. The longest I have waited, I think, was like 24 minutes, but imagine doing that on stream. It's like, so then people, now Murta switches on Netflix, for we are gonna wait 24 minutes for this pop. That would not do, hence why I am a tank. Praise be the tanks! And my my glowy carbuncle butt. Kinda escaped me who I was even writing for a second. That's not good. You should always remember who you're writing. Whoosh! Whoosh. That was an incredibly dizzying way of presenting it, but thank you. Now I know. Hello there, people. Ooh, shields. Please come this way with me. We do not do short pulls. short falls are quite pointless. As you can see, the total in here is like 4 mobs as opposed to 3 mobs. Therefore, to stop there is really bad. I have absolutely no reason to stop. So I do remember several places in here where you can legitimately overpull. I will hopefully be trying not to do that. I don't particularly like causing wipes in dungeons. It's not like super fun. It can be fun sometimes when you're like, whoopsie daisy, I thought that that would succeed, surely. Goodbye, Griffin. First of all of you. That will be point number 1. Anything else? No, I cannot do anything else. Meaning, I might have been able to incorporate these ones into my previous pull, but it's okay. I think we had like a wall of ice in front of us anyway. I want you to travel with me now. There's like a few more things in here. I think we will all see the benefit of AoEs. Who am I? Well, Samurai is not good for AoEs. Thank you and take care to you too. I hope you have a nice day. Oh, my Steel Cyclone did like no damage. What else do I have in this party? I have a Bard. Bards do have AoE. So for the Bard, it's good that I'm doing big pulls. Not so much for the Samurai, though I believe Samurai also has some sort of AoE. Ah yes, my lever. My lever that belongs to my door. Oh, I liked this boss. I found it so funny that they call it an elephant. Because this is like the first boss that you encounter in Heaven's Sword. And I remember sounding like a very silly cupcake to my husband. Like going, it's an elephant! It's an elephant! And it's so cool when I like went to Heaven's Sword for the first time. Because my husband was on a big break and not playing that game at that point. Its health pool isn't that huge as well. Oh, we're seeing to like be diminishing it quite fastly. That's actually another thing that my husband noticed. A lot of Stormblood bosses are for some reason a lot more tankier than bosses ever before. this part, if anything, is mostly just for healers, because a person will get thrown up, they will get stunned, and then they will get charged. So healers have to, like, bring their health up. Sometimes it does that to a healer, and that's just not very nice. With a... trying to think about... yeah, with a white mage, what I would do is I would make sure that Medica 2 is running on everybody. So if I would be the one stunned, that would be corrected quite fast. Oh, level 55. Oh yes, this is the place where you can easily overpull. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop right here. Because going any further, you're gonna pull a whole room over there. So you really shouldn't. I mean, you can. But if you're not too sure about your healer, it's not a fun experience. And there's like a lot more of them right at the end here. There we go. Oh yeah, that's where he is. There was one of them that wasn't like picked up. Now he is. See, these kind of things are important to note. Or else you may just kill your party. You might be like, oh, I'm just gonna be pulling into this empty corridor and then shebang, everything from everywhere. There is more the moment you enter that room. We're pacing them. I think my healer is completely fine with this kind of pace. Don't seem to be struggling, which is how you want them to be. You don't seem to be complaining at me about the speed that we're going at. Yeah, see, the moment you're gonna get near here, it's gonna be a lot of them. And the further key, if I remember correctly, is from one of them. So you're like, how do I proceed? I walk into that room and then ambush! This dude, if I remember, does a lot of AoEs. And summons some fronts. But a lot of people just don't even bother with his fronts, they just kinda get him down really fast. Brain drain! Honestly, I do feel like my brain's a bit drained because it hurts right now. That is okay. Sometimes a bit of brain pain is nothing to worry about. Should I just do a bit of wacky wax? Yes, I can. Wacky wax accomplished. More brain drain. Baby. Brain drain. Brain drain. We're a bit slow at killing him, so I think people are actually doing the ads. I would honestly suggest just killing him. Killing him and moving on. Okay, Murder Fest is actually over now. I don't need anything 120, but I can look at how it looks. No need to try on accessories. I know that I don't much care for them. If there's like a specially pretty dungeon set, even if it's not a good eye level, I would just take it for myself. On this bridge, you kind of just take everything, at least I normally do, up until the sprite at the end of it. For one thing, it's nicer not to be fighting in this cold weather. Just damage the sprites a little. You're not that far from the main boss room by now. There's like a few doors with ice sprites remaining. And then it's final boss magicka. If I remember, there's like smaller things that sometimes come over while you're killing the sprites, and they won't stop coming until like all the sprites are dead. But I don't know if this is this dungeon. Yeah, it is. The baby larva. Oh joy! And after the sprites die, they just stop spawning. And this is like similar. And then we have a wolf here and then some sprites. Like every door is barricaded with sprites in it. They take so little damage as well, even with all my damage buffs. And the door? I don't need that. And the boss! the boss, the griffin, and I think we want something from that statue according to the NPC. I suppose that's what we're gonna be collecting, something from that statue. When he starts doing the weather current thing, you're supposed to hide behind rocks. Like the main thing. Yep, now. Or else that happens. And you don't really want that to happen. For one thing, you take a lot of damage. For another thing, you take wind vulnerability. Neither of which is nice. So a lot easier to kill the next time around. Plus, he keeps on doing that regardless, so like... you're gonna be collecting the vulnerable as it is. Ah, wonderful place, buddy. Wonderful place. None of us even had to move. Another one of the exploding winds. Like you can see, the DPS's ones are kind of getting hurt by it quite a lot by now. Oh my. Silly people nearly got pulled in. I will accommodate somebody. Don't need that. How does that look? I'll collect it. Like, why not? It looks decent. So it's mine now. And back to the lady we go. And there is no faster way than just running over there, but it's okay. After this, we'll have flying! I will be able to do a victory circle around this map. And at the start, like, very few mounts would fly, mostly just the Heavensward mounts and your chocobos. But over time, they made practically every mount fly. And every mount can swim too. Oh, that would explain a lot of pony farms that I saw recently. They made ponies fly. I was like, why is it so sudden that everybody wants Realm Reborn ponies? I was like, gee, I wonder. Could it be because they fly now, there? Okay, so first I want to unlock the path here. Maybe we'll want to use the checkable porter. Do you have it, Mistress Munchicus? You wanted this? Yes, there is no mistaking it. At last it is ours once more. My parents presented this sapphire to me on my wedding day, as my wife and I presented it to your Merrick on his. One day they will do the same for their son. But for the disgrace of an inquisitor, suspicion of heresy what wrought, he knew what he wanted from the start. By the same I secured her release, that they had interrogated her for days. She was a shadow of her former self. But the final insult, the final twinkling of the knife, was when my son took command of the Dusk Vigil and found the Iceheart to be the centerpiece of the newly commissioned sculpture of the Fury. He knew prove it was self-same one which had vanished, but oh, he knew. But no more, no more. It's back with the family, where it belongs. It is admittedly hollow comfort. Yet in my waiting years I must accept what little that I can be had. Whoop, whoop. Yep, you can just take off and fly. I would like to also repair myself. Let's do just that, shall we? Let's explore the rest of this map by flight. Ooh. A flying cactus, not something you would see every day. So there's like this location. And they have a lot of ice sorbets. Yeah, just sorbets. I don't know why you would ever call a creature a sorbet, but there you have it. There is a sorbet. There's also like this valley over here. And this little bit of land. And somewhere there's like an exit back to... Oh wow, I think that's... Sea of Clouds, maybe? No. I have no idea what zone that is. Oh, the Drevarian hinterlands. Really? Wow. Oh yeah, it has multiple entrances, I suppose. There is like a fate area over here. Ooh. So the area that I couldn't just like waltz into, it has a barracks. That's quite interesting. I do believe there is something to uncover both here and there. So we're gonna do it. So maybe I'm gonna land and I'm gonna switch to the whale because the whale can fly too! Ah, space whale. Best kind of whale. Ooh. Yeah, that's just a lot of misty rocks. It's just an area for misty rocks. You know, in case the misty rocks are your thing, that would be where misty rocks be. That looks like a gate. Sea of Clouds! That is a gate! Okay. Now the next time we come back, we will be entering Ravanian Hinterlands. That is Coerthas Western Highlands, done as far as we're concerned. Thank you for watching.